with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob. Then I did the dash. Can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash. Can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is so competent. It's a solo mission. Running up the charts. I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man. Then I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That's good.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
48-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score, Chiefs 7, Broncos nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Back at the 21-yard line.
2nd and 14. This is the tight end Fant. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Complete to number 15.
Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
They've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Now Jones. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and 11.
Check curls.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, the 40. He's at the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too over-amped. Others say, I got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
For Kansas City.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Here we go. Slam it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On the carry.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies. Out. 25, check 25, check 25. 58, the mic. Check.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a
3rd
3rd down conversion of 24 yards. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards.
down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. 24 yards. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
19-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. K.J. Hamler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
Lining up for the extra
Bouncing
point.
back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
1st and 10.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end.
The pass.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the pass.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
58, boys, 58, Mike. Watch the screen.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D, get off the field. Check.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mike 20.
They'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's now fourth down.
Check 26.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He'll go up top here for Hamler. It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
And
at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick it up.
Back to throw.
Let's go, D.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring it up 4th.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 47 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup there. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 3. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Kick is good.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Chiefs 35, Broncos 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
A gain of 22 yards.
22 yards there, a first down.
First down.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. And 58 is a mic. Going 58's the mic.
Now it's Lindsey. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Number 25.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Devin White on the tackle.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Down at the 23-yard
Brandon,
line.
I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
12 yards there and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by him and setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be second down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And he comes back with 1 complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And that will write